Did you know that the fat around your belly could be silently damaging your health from the inside? While many people think of belly fat as just a cosmetic issue, research shows it can be a major health risk, especially if you want to age gracefully. And you? You could be carrying more risk than you realize without even knowing it. Let's talk about Jeff, a 45-year-old man who believed his growing midsection was just a natural part of aging. He was relatively healthy in his own eyes. He didn't drink soda often, took evening walks, and didn't consider himself unfit. But everything changed during a routine checkup when his doctor gave him news that shook him. What Jeff had wasn't just regular belly fat, it was visceral fat, the type that wraps around your internal organs and messes with your hormones. His doctor explained that visceral fat increases the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even certain cancers. In fact, some studies suggest that high levels of visceral fat can be as dangerous as other well-known lifestyle risks, including smoking. That hit Jeff hard. He thought he was just a little overweight, but now he saw his belly as a serious health warning. Jeff was stunned. He had tried dieting in the past without success, and figured maybe it was too late to turn things around. But this time felt different. He knew he needed a new approach, not just to lose weight, but to regain control of his health and future. And that's where everything shifted. He discovered a method that didn't involve starvation or brutal workouts. It started with one simple change, one that unlocked everything else. Curious what it was? The diet trap that made things worse. Jeff's first reaction after learning about the dangers of visceral fat was to start dieting. Like many of us, he turned to what he thought was the fastest solution, cutting calories. He skipped breakfast, avoided lunch, and snacked on low-fat crackers and cereal bars throughout the day. Within 2 weeks, Jeff was constantly tired, snapping at coworkers, and still saw the same belly in the mirror. Something didn't add up. Even worse, his next doctor visit showed his blood sugar had actually increased. That's when Jeff realized he had fallen into a trap. He wasn't just eating too much before, he was eating wrong now. Crash dieting triggered his body's survival response. His metabolism slowed down to conserve energy, and his cortisol levels spiked from stress and hunger. That stress led to more belly fat, not less. Jeff's doctor introduced a better idea: eat to regulate your hormones, not just reduce calories. The real enemy wasn't fatigue, it was inflammation and blood sugar spikes from processed foods. Jeff began learning about how hidden sugars and refined carbs, especially in diet foods, were fueling fat storage. He realized that eating smarter, not less, was the real key. He made small but powerful changes. He added more fiber-rich vegetables, healthy fats like olive oil and avocado, and lean protein like chicken and salmon. He swapped out soda for lemon water and stopped fearing healthy fats. And the result? Within 3 weeks, Jeff's digestion improved. His energy returned, and those late-night cravings finally stopped. He wasn't starving anymore. He felt stable, sharp, and surprisingly satisfied. It was the first time he believed this was sustainable. But the biggest shift came when he added one small daily habit that supercharged his results, and it had nothing to do with food. Want to know what Jeff added next that made his belly fat start melting? You'll find it in the next section. If you want to discover olive oil's benefits for health and beauty after finishing this video, I put the link in the description below. The workout mistake that held him back. Feeling energized from his new eating habits, Jeff was ready to step things up. He joined a local gym and signed up for classes. He spent hours each week doing cardio and crunches, thinking that if he just burned enough calories, his belly fat would disappear. But after a month of pushing himself, his clothes still fit the same. His stomach barely budged. Jeff was confused and frustrated. "How can I be working out 5 days a week and still not seeing any change?" he asked his trainer. That's when he got an answer that flipped everything. You're not just training your body, you're training your hormones. And right now, your workouts are doing the opposite of what you want. Long cardio sessions, especially for people over 40, can actually increase cortisol levels, the body's stress hormone. And excess cortisol has been linked to belly fat storage. Even worse, Jeff wasn't doing any resistance training, which is crucial for building lean muscle that helps burn fat even while resting. So he made a new plan. He swapped his long cardio sessions for shorter, focused workouts that combine strength training and interval movements. Just 25 minutes a day, 3 to 4 times a week. He worked on big muscle groups like his legs, chest, and back, doing squats, push-ups, and basic dumbbell exercises. He even added brisk walking instead of high-impact running, which reduced joint pain and boosted recovery. Within weeks, his waistline started to shrink. His energy was no longer drained after workouts. Instead, he felt stronger and lighter. He even started sleeping better and noticed his posture improve. More importantly, he finally felt like his body was working with him, not against him. But there was still one major obstacle keeping fat from melting away completely. And it wasn't exercise or food, it was something most people overlook until it's too late. Keep watching to find out the one fix Jeff made at night that finally unlocked his full transformation. If you want to boost energy with iron-rich foods, I've already added the link in the description for you to watch later. The one thing he wasn't doing: sleep. Jeff had his meals dialed in, his workouts were finally effective. But after all his progress, something still wasn't quite right. His belly fat had shrunk a little, but it just wouldn't fully disappear. That's when his doctor asked a simple but powerful question. "How well are you sleeping?" Jeff paused. Honestly, not great. Like many people over 40, Jeff was getting only 5 to 6 hours of broken sleep each night. He'd often fall asleep with the TV on or scroll through his phone in bed, then wake up groggy and irritable. He never connected poor sleep to his stubborn belly fat, until now. The truth is, when you don't sleep well, your hunger hormones go haywire. Ghrelin, the hormone that makes you feel hungry, increases. Meanwhile, leptin, the one that tells your brain you're full, drops. That combination makes you crave sugar and carbs the next day. And your body becomes more likely to store fat, especially around the waist. Worse still, sleep deprivation raises cortisol levels, the very hormone Jeff had been trying to reduce with better workouts. Jeff took this seriously and committed to fixing his nights. He turned off screens an hour before bed and replaced late scrolling with light stretching or reading. He dimmed his lights after dinner to signal to his brain that bedtime was near. He added magnesium-rich foods like spinach, almonds, and pumpkin seeds to his dinner. And perhaps most important, he made it a point to go for a short walk around the block after sunset to help reset his internal clock. Within a week, his sleep became deeper and more restful. He woke up feeling clearer and more energized. And for the first time, the last bit of stubborn belly fat started to fade. His mood improved, his sugar cravings decreased, and everything else began falling into place. But the most powerful result was still ahead, because all of these changes were about to lead Jeff into the transformation of his life. If you want to find out more about transforming your sleep quality with science-backed methods for restful nights and energized days after 40, you can find the link in the description below. The transformation you can achieve too. After months of consistency, Jeff experienced the kind of transformation he never thought possible in his 40s. He didn't do anything extreme, no surgery, no supplements, and no crash diets. Just simple science-backed changes done one step at a time. And now, he's not just slimmer, he's stronger, more energized, and finally feeling like himself again. In just over 4 months, Jeff lost more than 10 centimeters off his waistline. He dropped around 8 kilograms, or roughly 18 pounds. But what mattered most was how he felt. His blood sugar returned to healthy levels. His doctor cut his risk profile for heart disease in half. He could climb stairs without getting winded, and his lower back pain from excess weight was completely gone. Even better, his mental clarity improved. He said he hadn't felt this sharp in decades. His confidence returned. He smiled more. He was finally aging gracefully, not passively. And he did it all without giving up the foods he loved or living at the gym. What made the difference wasn't intensity, it was strategy. Jeff focused on balancing hormones, reducing inflammation, and respecting his body's real needs at this stage of life. He still enjoys pizza nights, but now balances them with fiber-rich meals. He still rests, but now sees sleep as a pillar of health. And his workouts? They're short, simple, and sustainable. You can do this too. No matter your age or how long you've struggled with belly fat, it's not too late to turn things around. The key is starting with just one step. Pick the area that speaks to you, nutrition, movement, or sleep, and take action today. Are you over 40 and living your best life? Share your inspiring story with the world and spread positivity in the comment below. Discover 10 easy exercises to lose belly fat after 40. Let's watch the next video here.